Today, Baba is reminding us the truth that this world is now a graveyard and we should withdraw our heart from this old world and attach our heart to the new world of angels that Baba is creating for us. And by what land of angels, Baba means Satyug, not the subtle region. So, Baba says Satyug is called Paristan, the land of angels. It's actually the land of deities, but it is called Paristan. And Baba says this is Kabristan. This is a graveyard. Now, do you feel this is a graveyard? Yes, so you see that this is why Baba has given us the third eye, the eye of knowing, because our sense perceptions our sanskars are very impure right now. So, when we are not using our intellect that Baba has given us, when we are not using the third eye that Baba has given us, then we do everything through our sanskars. And our sanskars are so impure that we are not able to see that this is a graveyard. Yes, so when we use the intellect of Ravan, so when we use the corrupted intellect that Ravan has given us, or when we use the impure sanskars that we have created in Ravan Rajya, we are unable to see the truth. So this is why, because our mind, our intellect, our sanskars, they have been corrupted in Ravan Rajya. So we are not able to perceive correctly. And that's why Baba comes and gives us the third eye of knowledge, or Baba awakens our intellect, or Baba gives us the power of purity when we are in remembrance, so that we are able to see what is what. Yes, because you see, there is this big illusion in the world that my feelings, my intuition, or my, how I feel about things is true. Yes, but, and people usually go by their feelings. So, if you feel good about something, you choose it, or you feel bad about something, you reject it. But Baba says that at this time, because we have been in 63 births of Ravan Rajya, our feelings are very deceptive. Yes, how you feel about something is very deceptive. So you have to discern. You have to discern between, are you thinking the way Baba has asked you to, or are you thinking the way you are used to thinking? So this is discernment that you have to make now, because feelings, or sometimes you think that this thought came to me, so it must be the right thought, it must be the thought that God sent me. Yes, but so it is an intuition that I'm receiving. No, Baba says, whatever thoughts you are creating right now, whatever feelings are, those which you say are coming to you, these thoughts are arising in my mind, or these feelings are coming to me. All these thoughts and feelings have to be evaluated in the in the mirror of Srimat. So just Baba is giving us knowledge, and in that mirror of knowledge, you have to evaluate whether what you are thinking and feeling is according to what Baba is saying, or what you are thinking and feeling is coming from, a place of impurity. So, for example, there is this one sister, and she said that, I feel very good when I'm in the company of a friend. Yes, so a particular friend. No, but my parents say that that friend is not good for you. Okay, so there, but how can my feelings lie? My feelings can't lie. If I'm feeling good in somebody's company, then they must be good for me. But after 2 years, she realized that she had developed many bad habits in the company of that friend. And she had become a person who chose, wasting time, wasting money over, using them productively in the company of this friend. So you see that it took a lot of damage to realize that she was losing in the process. Because what happens is, in Ravan Rajya, we so Ravan in Ravan Rajya, whatever we do according to according to Ravan Mat, or according to the dictates of our vices, they give us temporary sensual pleasure. And then that temporary sensual pleasure blinds your intellect. And you are sometimes not able to see the damage that something is doing in the long term, because your intellect is blinded by the temporary sensual pleasure that something is giving you. Yes, the best example is, food and substance abuse, and, all those things that people are consuming these days, which are damaging the body, damaging the brain. Yes, so you see, there's so much research about even, one time of consumption of alcohol damaging your brain and your body. So these days, people are saying there is research which is supporting this truth that even one time of intake of alcohol is damaging your body and brain. But still, people are consuming alcohol. Why? Because when you're when you are engaging in temporary sensual pleasure, you forget about, or you are not able to feel, you are not able to discern what is the damage that something is doing to you. Or just like I gave the company of friends, so sometimes they are gossiping and it's entertainment and you're feeling good, but you don't understand what sanskars are you creating in that company. Yes, or you are using some unfair methods to gain something, and then because you gain it and you feel very good at that time, you don't realize how it is corrupting you. So, this is why at this time you have to be very wary of the deception of sense perception. And your mind is feeling whatever your sense perceptions are making it feel. And then you think that, this, I'm feeling good, so this must be good. But Baba says, no, now I'm giving you knowledge. So use this knowledge, use this awakened intellect. And even our intellect has gone corrupted in Ravan Rajya. So, people, they apply a lot of their intellect to something and still choose the wrong thing, because even, Ravan gives you some logic also, which is faulty. So, for example, this thing about non-vegetarian giving you protein. Yes, this is a question of the intellect. So this thing is fed into our intellect. And yesterday I was talking to a sister, and she has been eating non-vegetarian food since she was a child, and now she is listening to Gyan. And then she was telling me that, you know what, I completely understand that non-vegetarian food is having an effect. It's not like I don't understand. I understand intellectually. I understand. I have even experienced it when I have given up on non vegetarian food. But I don't know this strange thing that, it has sat in my intellect that I will get weak if I don't eat non vegetarian food. And she said, I start feeling weak. So you see, these feelings are so deceptive. And I told her, you will be able to come out of these feelings or overcome these feelings only when you have faith in Baba. So I told her that, you have to remember Baba and have faith in Baba's knowledge and directions, and that will make you come out, overcome this pull of, that sensory attraction that is pulling you, or this Ravan mat that is pulling you, that I will get weak. So how will you overcome that? All that is Maya. But Maya you will overcome only when you have yoga power, you have the power of knowledge, so you have the power of faith. And she was telling me that, yes, I want to do it, and I'm struggling with it. I know my heart is saying that you're doing the wrong thing, but I don't know what's happening to me. So do you understand that all your senses, your taste, your eyes, your ears, your skin, how you feel the touch of something, or just think about, when Baba says, don't go into physical touch and just take drishti, and that's a good way of exchanging your spiritual energy. And I remember there was this one sister, and she used to always tell me that, if you hugged me, I would feel so good. And then just drishti, I don't feel that good about it. So I said, that's Ravan Raj. You feel good, whenever you are creating a negative or karmic account. You feel good whenever you're crossing Maryada. So that's Ravan Raj. And then Baba says that in this Ravan Raj, we don't have the discernment, the intellect is so corrupted, the sanskars are so impure, the mind is so swayed by the impure intellect and sanskar that you cannot feel or fathom that this is a graveyard. This is Kabristan, you can't feel it. And Baba says, you see that people are seeing, you see, just look at the world right now. So, what kind of world it is right now, and where everything is happening. People are killing people, eating people. So, there are so many things happening, molesting, eating, violence, killing rampantly. And just look at the condition of the world, and then still the intellect doesn't accept that this is a graveyard. And you still get attracted to it, you still get attached to it, and you don't, sometimes you do, and then you will feel that it's all happening out there. It's not, where my life lies. So it's not happening in my body, my relationships, my world, but it's all happening there until it's, so you live in this illusion until it doesn't happen there. But those everything, every vicious act is happening right in your world. But until you see it up front, you live in this illusion that it's not happening here. Yes, so you believe that everybody will die and I will not die until you die. Or everybody will be betrayed and I will not be betrayed until you get betrayed. Or everybody will fall sick and I will never fall sick and until you fall sick. So you see, we are living in this illusion, bad illusion, and Baba is saying this is a graveyard, and you must, with this knowing that Baba is giving you, this knowledge that Baba is giving you, you must now understand this is a graveyard. Yes, so people have devised this law that if it looks like a duck, if it feels like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, then it's a duck. But no, even if it doesn't feel like a duck or talk like a duck or behave like a duck, it could be a duck. So these days, there's so much of deception. So people are going by sensory perception. And I told, so somebody was telling me that I want to get married to a good woman or good girl. So I said, and how will you know the woman or girl is good? So they said, by talking to them. So I said, oh, then you must be very wise. You can just know somebody is who or what by just talking to them. I said, you must be having some special degree for that. Because I don't think it's possible to know who is who by talking to them. So then that person was saying that, no, I'm very experienced and I have talked to several people in the world and I'm into this profession or that profession, and then I have this skill to know people by talking to them. So I said, yes, until you realize you don't have that skill. So you will be, so this is not the way you can discern who is who. And this is, so Baba says, by hearing, by seeing, by you cannot discern what is what, who is who. Baba says you need knowledge, you need purity. Do you understand that? You don't need the power of eyes or ears or skin to feel or understand what is what and who is who. You need the intellect, you need Baba's knowledge, you need the power of purity. And when you have purity, when you have peace, when you have knowledge, you will be able to discern accurately. And Baba says that is the mechanism that you need now. Everything else is very deceptive. So whether this is Kaliyug or Satyug, you have to discern through knowledge. Otherwise, when it's your salary day and you've received your salary, it feels like Satyug. So you can buy whatever you want. You have money, you can, everything is available for you, but it's not Satyug. So Baba says you have to understand that this is a graveyard and this world is now going to collapse, or it is already a dead world right now. And by that, Baba means that if you attach your heart to it, you will be in loss. You will experience a sense of loss. Because if you think that something is going to serve you, whereas it's actually not going to serve you, then you will experience a sense of loss. And Baba says, everything in this world, this body, relationships, attainments, things, everything, it's just going to collapse. It's going to be of no use. And you have to now withdraw your attachment, your heart from it. Yes. And when your heart is not in something, you don't think about it. What is the sign of attachment? Sign of attachment is waste thought. Yes. So you go to office. If you're not attached to your office, you only create necessary thoughts about the office. Yes, no extra. But if you're attached to the office, you create unnecessary thoughts about the office. Yes, so I worked in an office. I was not attached there. It was not a challenge. So I never created unnecessary thoughts there. who is thinking what, or whether I'll get promoted or not promoted, or somebody's planning and plotting against me, or I didn't go into these thoughts because I was not attached. I was just going, working, receiving salary, and coming back. But wherever your attachment is, you will have overthinking. You will think more than necessary. So, Baba says that you live in this world. Think about the world. You cannot act without thinking. You operate in this world, you think about it. But no extra thought. Yes, you have to cook. Think about what you have to cook, how you have to cook. Don't think about whether it came out nice, or was it did everybody like it or not. So Baba says this whole world is now going to perish, and whether it's relationships, whether it's anything, whether it's this body, keep this body, sustain this body, make effort through this body, but understand that don't think too much about this body. If there is a disease, there is a disease. Don't think about when you will die, how you will die, whether you will die. No, everybody has to die. So just make use of this body while it's there. So, and take care of it also. Baba says it's not that you don't take care, it's not that you worry. So you take care and you don't worry. Take care of relationships, don't worry. Take care of the body, don't worry. Take care of everything, don't worry. And Baba says this is how you remove your intellect from this graveyard, remove your heart from this graveyard. And by knowing that this is a graveyard. And Baba says, I'm giving you the knowledge, whether you can feel it or not feel it. This is going to collapse in a second. Just think about the countries in which suddenly there is a crisis or a war or any other situation. Yesterday, they had no idea. And today, everything is in shambles. So, this is the sign of a graveyard. Yes, and individually also, just think about, yesterday somebody is fine, today they fall, they break a bone, and then that bone doesn't get healed, and then, everything is a mess in the matter of a week, or, you just lose your body in 1 second. So Baba says, this is not a world where you attach your heart. And Baba says you have to understand this and not get caught up in this sense perception. This sense perception is very deceptive. And then attach your heart to Baba, the creator of the new world, and to the new world. So think about your new world. Think about what is there in the new world, because that's a world of happiness. Think about the permanence, the certainty, the beauty, the harmony, the purity of the new world. And your heart will be filled with joy. You know what? We receive the knowledge of Satyug. We don't think about Satyug. We think about Kalyug only. Even Brahmins, they sit and discuss world affairs these days. What's going to happen? There'll be this shortage, that shortage. Brahmins are discussing this, but Brahmins shouldn't discuss this. Brahmins already know this is going to happen. What should Brahmins be discussing? What should Brahmins be giving their energy to? The new world. But Brahmins are not giving their thought energy or word energy to the new world. It seems like that to me. Because Brahmins are also, all day hearing and seeing. They are not antarmukhi. So when you are antarmukhi, you are focused inside all the time, churning on Baba's knowledge, remembering Baba, then you will be thinking about Baba and the new world. And you will be creating that. Otherwise, some 1 hour, 2 hours of a day is going to Murli and Manthan, but otherwise, all our day, where is it going? And yesterday in the Murli, Baba was saying, which idea should you ponder over, किन ख्यालातों में रहना है. So Baba is teaching us what should be in your mind, what should be on your mind all the time. And Baba is saying this so that we learn what to give our energy to. And Baba says, just remove your heart. So when you remove your heart to something, there is no point discussing it or thinking about it. And this is an effort. I don't think any of us are doing that effort. Very like 100%. So in very small percentages, maybe some people are doing it, but that effort has to be made 100%. And Baba says, no thought, no discussion of this old world. Otherwise, you will feel a sense of loss. A sense of loss has got nothing to do with loss. It has got everything to do with attachment. Yes, so people feel a sense of loss even when somebody leaves the body at 105 years of age. If you're attached to their body. Yes, and if you're not attached, then no leaving of the body can make you feel a sense of loss. All sense of loss is because of attachment. Otherwise, everything is happening in a predestined manner. People say they left early, they left late, they left on time. No, it's according to what your sense of attachment is. Everything is happening on time. Do you understand that? If somebody leaves the body at 18 or somebody leaves the body at 80, they are both leaving on time. But because you are attached to the body at 18, you feel a sense of loss. So this world is also going to leave you with a feeling of a sense of loss because it's going to collapse. And Baba says that has got nothing to do with, whether that's right or wrong. It's got everything to do with your sense of attachment to this old world. So Baba says that now withdraw your buddhi. Always, whatever you are saying, always remember this is old, this is a graveyard. And Mama had this strong dharana. Mama, whenever she saw something, somebody bought something and showed it to Mama, this dress is so beautiful, it's new. Mama would say, no, this is not new, this is old. So Mama never used the word new for this world. Because Mama had this dharana that this is an old world. So how can anything in this world be new? And Baba says, these days, everything is made flashy and, very appealing and attractive so that you feel this is new and this is it. It kind of attracts your intellect and you get stuck with it. I remember there was this one Mata, she was in Gyan for 22 years. And then, she was from a village. And she came to Delhi and then we were going somewhere by road. And then she saw these tall buildings in Delhi for the first time. And then she told me, Didi, these things will not get destroyed in Vinash, right? So when destruction happens, these buildings will not get destroyed. So I said, why? So this is new and this is good. This is Sato Pradhan. This is not like what we have in the village. In the village, everything is, it looks like it's old. These things are new. This must be a part of the new world, she said. So I said, no, everything in this world is old right now. When you see something that flashy and that attractive to look at, you forget this is an old world and your intellect gets caught up in that. And that's Maya. Maya is, everything is being made in such a way that you don't realize how old or impure it is. And just look at this world of disease and death and sorrow and betrayal and vices and everything. And then we have this illusion that this is a great world. Yes, and sometimes you just sit and think, and if you are not in a knowledgeful state, you cannot even feel that this world is a graveyard. And I will share one thing. I once had a sakshatkar, and I was traveling in the metro, and I was just having this thought. I don't know. This thought was there for some time, since before that day, and I was just thinking that Baba is telling us this is an old world and this is a impure world, but everybody is fine. Like they are listening to some music, or they are reading something in the metro, or they are traveling, and everybody looks fine, and this is not such a bad world. And then I had this sakshatkar where I saw the real state of everybody. I saw, and they looked like something like you see zombies in movies. So they all looked like that all of a sudden, and I think that must have lasted for 10 seconds or so. And I was so scared to look at it. And I saw the state of the souls behind this external decor that we are all putting up. So we are all looking good and fine, and healthy, and peaceful and happy. But inside, I saw how everybody is crying and wailing and sorrowful and in pain. So that was a very interesting vision that I had. And after that, I don't know, magically I was only, I think, 3 months or 4 months into Gyan at that time. And that time, then I realized that, okay, then I never asked Baba, at least that show me this is an old world, because I was so scared that if Baba shows that to me again, I wouldn't like it. So I didn't pester Baba with these demands anymore. So this is one experience that I had in my early days of Gyan, because I used to ask Baba a lot about this, that this doesn't look like an old world. You are just telling this is an old world, this is nark and all. This is not nark. Everything is nice, fine, because I was very young. And when you are young, you are very deluded. You think that, because most things are on your side when you're young. You don't have things to worry about. Health is on your side. You have not seen betrayal in life. So at that time, I had this illusion that this is not that old a world. So Baba says that you must now make the effort to attach your heart to the new world. Remember Baba, think about the new world, give your energy to the new world. Stop focusing on the old world. Stop thinking about matters of the old world. And then Baba says, you will be able to have Antamate Sogati. You will be able to leave the body and go to the new world. Okay? Om Shanti. Anybody wants to share anything, please do.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Few points from today's movie. I would like to share about my journey in this. Fantasies of the world never attracted me so much. And right now also, I am practicing detachment more and more by practicing soul consciousness. But still, when sometimes awareness is gone, one trigger always comes in mind of feeling of loss, any kind of loss, or someone has cheated. That triggers me. Whenever I face that, I don't know what happens. That comes around my eyes, and I get triggered. Then after that, I understand why my awareness was gone. Now again, I remember my soul consciousness and Baba. And in this way, I'm getting out of it slowly and slowly. But that feeling is so aggravated, I can't tell, Didi. This is due to body conscious.
That's because of attachment to people or attachment to what you do for people. It's not just attachment to someone, but maybe it could be a stranger. But if I did something for them, so I'm so attached to my karma, I did it, that when they don't give the return of that, then at least, they should be grateful. So if they don't give that much of return also, we get affected. Because we don't understand it's an old world. Yes.
No, I regret on my investments. It's all about me.
Yes, yes. So basically it's always that. It's not attachment to someone. So if you have 3 children and you lost one at that you sent one off at birth, then you will not have expectation from that one, although that's also a child. But you will have expectation from the other two, because you are attached to whatever you do for somebody. It is always like that. So whenever and the law of karmic account is that when you invest your time, energy, thought, money, that's how karmic account is created. That is why Baba says that when you want to finish the karmic accounts with this old world, you detach your time, thought, energy, money from here. And when you want to have a relationship with Baba or the new world, put all of that in the creation of the new world. That is how you will reap the benefit there. So it is all about time, thought, energy, money. That's your resource. Wherever you put it, you will have a relationship, a karmic account there. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi.
Om Shanti.
Today, Baba says the way physical movement, how easy it is to move your hands and legs, the same way, what do I invest my thoughts into? And where do I take my intellect on doing Mansa Seva or doing some shit things? It should be that easy where I want it.
Correct.
So that awareness and that smriti is very important. And the way I just come so easily into speech or voice, the same way it has to be that easy to just go into silence and understand what is required at this moment.
Correct, correct. And Bab, for that, just like, ever since we are born, we are taught that you can move your hands and legs, right? So this I can is very important. So when we realize I'm a soul and this is my mind, my buddhi, my sense organs, so I can do whatever I want with these. So I am the master. The more you create that sense of mastery over your senses and sense perceptions and mind and intellect, then you will be able to handle them at will. So that is the difference. And Gulzar Dadiji always used to say, what do you say? Mera man, my mind. So then why shouldn't it follow your orders? But you have to practice this. And then when you practice it enough, it starts following your orders. Okay. Om Shanti.